Hello everybody, Brad Johnson here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about a pretty important topic, and that topic is outgrowing spiritual dogma. Now, of course, when many of us are starting to get involved with the spiritual community, the New Age community, whatever you want to call it, many names, we often come upon people who just get this mentality that, I guess in the best way I can put it, they walk around like their crap don't stink, right? We get these people in that sense who claim to be healers, claim to be mediums, claim to be channels, claim to be psychics, intuitives, etc. And they really do a great job just tooting their own horn and saying, oh, you know what, I came from a 22nd dimensional Pleiadian, Arcturian, Lyran, blah, 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 blah consciousness. And I'm doing all this work, and I'm just amazing, and I really do this work, and I'm such a warrior, and I've spent all these years doing all this incredible service, and I can't believe that I'm doing all this, and this is just so amazing, isn't this incredible? I can't wait to do it. Boom! They pat themselves on the shoulder so much they knock themselves over. All right? We are getting past this routine, at least it would be good to get past this routine of spiritual dogma. Now, of course, even when you're doing certain types of practices inwards, there's a lot of people, again, that will just take out a gigantic list and just say, in the name of this and blah, 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 and the Arcturian Council, and just constantly go on for 5 or 10 minutes to finish up a simple healing. Now, what I'm teaching my spirit ambassadors is the idea of just being very natural and being very simple when you are performing and concluding a task. It is not about having to create a gigantic script of ritual. Okay, rituals only serve as templates until you learn to outgrow them. But people become very, very habitualized relating to rituals, relating to labels, and they feel that the work they're doing is them being a chosen one. Okay, and that is just a sign for conflict that is going to take place. There's a lot of people who feel that they come here and they sense that they're a chosen one and that they are a messiah and that they have come here to live such a hard life and that they're warriors and that they must continue to fight and I'm going to fight and I'm going to fight for the light and all this stuff. And it's just ridiculous looking at them in this particular way. You know, again, we have to be careful because I've talked about opinion religions in the past as well, too. I've talked about people in that sense who have gigantically swelled heads and they get into this degree where they think because they're popular that they're doing the work they're supposed to do. No, what's happening is that their ego is overinflating and it's going to be deflated once the idea of what they're doing that is pressuring the idea of other people who know that what they say and what they do and how they act is not authentic to themselves. Those people are going to start walking away. And this person has to go into a type of breach as well, too. So what is being said here is that the more that you are able to completely evacuate dogma, spiritual dogma, and I've been talking about this for years, for many years, is just being able to clear away the templates. You're not trying to invoke, deities or invoke spirits or anything of that particular nature. Invoke entities, really, as I would call them, rather than spirits. But invoking entities and just creating a lot of this unnecessary dogmatic tie-in for yourself. And when you basically get past all of that, you're free. You're boundless, right? We feel that we have to try and crawl out of what we are involved with by putting more karmic debris on top of ourselves, by feeling that we are overly dogmatic, we are overly opinion religion aligned, having to just perform all of these unnecessary rituals, having all of these heavy beliefs, getting offended if somebody does this or getting offended if somebody does that. This is all part of more impairment and tarnishing of yourself when you start playing with dogmas, when you start playing with rituals, when you start playing with entity invocations, all of it. You don't need it. You don't need any of it. When I teach my spirit ambassadors about working together with spirit, with God, with the one highest of all, that's it. You don't need anything else. You don't need to concern yourself about Octurians or Palladians or Lyrans or Draconians or whatever else it is. You're moving past all of that hoopla relating to the spiritual community, the New Age fluff. And there's a lot of it out there. So when you are coming into the understanding of your spiritual nature, it really is just working more with feeling and less with words, right? The idea that the true less is more, and it's less words and it's more feeling. And that is what's going to deliver a grander consciousness, a grander realization to yourself. But again, I do see a lot of people that just kind of pat themselves on the back very heavily, and they're in front of groups of people, and they make these other groups of people who are healers as well too, or channels, or mediums, feel like they're nothing, because this person is on stage, and they're blabbing about how they are, how great they are, and I was sent here by God, and you guys weren't sent here by anybody, you're peons, and you have to listen to what I say because I know more than you, and it just, whenever you see that, that's when you're just, oh, okay, you know what? Thank you very much. I'm going to let you go. Okay? And then you're just walking away. And that, of course, is going to happen. Like I said, I've talked to a lot of people who are into the spiritual circles, and they talk to these people, and they even feel like what they share is right, and what you are sharing is wrong. Okay? And so they say, no, 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 we're not supposed to do that. We have to do this. This has to be done. And if you don't do this, then you're going to have this happen to you, and all this horrible stuff is going to happen to you, etc., etc. It's kind of like what Adronis had shared in a session in Japan with a woman, because she was talking about something similar to this. And Adronis basically just told her, when that happens, just take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, and say, you know what? You're absolutely right. Thank you very much for your education. I appreciate it. I'm going to go now. You take care. And now you start walking away. And they say, oh yeah, okay, I guess I'm right. Yeah, of course I'm right. Right? And so they stay in their own ego. And you basically just know how to outgrow yourself from that situation, and you walk away. So here you are, you turn around, and you walk away. And there's, oh yeah, she said I'm right, or he said I'm right, and I am right, blah, 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 and they can stay in their own ego, right? But what you've done is you've given yourself a way out without trying to burn a bridge down, right? Even though we look at people like that, and we're just kind of shaking our heads inside and saying, what is this person on? My God. But we take that deep breath, right? We deep breath in, deep breath out. You know, right? You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right about what you say. My apologies. I thank you so much for this education. I'm going to leave now. You take care. Hey, yeah, of course I'm right. Blah, blah, blah. Right? And they get in their little happy zone, and that's fine. Because what you're doing is you're not leaving any clause in with that person, right? What I've shared and what Adronis has shared in the past as well too is saying that, you know, love and honor yourself, love and assist others, and if you can't do either of those things, then just do no harm. All right. Even when we have people that are very inflated, as I guess I'll call it, very, very inflated and feeling that they're the Messiah and that they're a chosen one and they're here to do all these things and we don't know any better, etc., etc. You say, what? You know what? You're right. I was wrong to question you. Thank you so much for this great education. I leave your space now. Thank you very much. And then you're gone, right? Or just thank you very much. Thanks for the education. You're right. I'll see you later. Okay, even more simple. And that is you just being able to walk away without doing any harm. You're not burning down bridges. Now, they may be burning down bridges, and that's up to them, but you're not, right? You're not allowing that karmic rebound to come back where you're burning off people's bridges and say, oh, this guy's got such a big head and he's overinflated and he's this and he's that thing. And you may have those feelings, and that's understandable. But again, if we start digging our claws into someone and say, my God, you're so full of it. You have such a huge ego. You're overinflated, man. What the hell? And, you know, we may feel that way, of course. But again, if we are digging our claws into that person and saying that, then of course there's going to be retaliation. There's going to be fighting fire with fire. And it's really wise not to do that. It's really wise to just say, okay, I'll let them have the victory. I'll let them have their win because that's what's important to them. To me, it doesn't matter. I said, you know what? You're right. Thank you very much for the education. I got to go. And there you go. You depart. And that's outgrowing the idea of these spiritual dogmas and the spiritual overinflatedness, right? Getting very, very inflated. And people just love to do that. They want to feel a state of importance, right? Or, Brad, are you important? Not really. No, I don't really have any sense of importance here. I'm just sharing this stuff through spirit, and I'm helping people as I can, supporting myself as I do. And yeah, I'm not looking to be a messiah or to start a religion or anything of that particular nature. And if I ever go down that path, you guys can throw something at me. All right. But no, I mean, my whole case here is just that I share things. I'm no more different than you guys, right? It's just a level of being able to be very committed into this, working with this as deeply as you can, and you're going to find amazing answers, more amazing answers than what I've discovered as well too. And what's also important is that you're building up your love, you're building up your truth. And as you start to do that a lot more and you start working with the Most High, you start working with the grandest energy there is, you're going to have an amazing life. You're going to have an incredible reality of growth and opportunity and amazement and compassion beyond words. And so it's not about this one person who feels that they're coming on here and they're sharing this stuff. Basically, if you look around YouTube for a person like that, you're not going to find someone who's very authentic with that, who thinks that they are the chosen one and they are the ones to lead you guys, and they got the Messiah complex. We want to be mindful of that because you'll find that like crazy on YouTube quite a bit. So really the whole key here is just being able to notice that you have all the answers. You are just looking to open yourself up. You are looking to trust yourself. You're going past these dogmas. You're going past these rituals and these templates of thinking that you need to jot down enormous speeches just to do a healing on yourself. Jot down enormous speeches so that you can work with nature, right? Jot down enormous speeches so you can help another person. It's all just dribble. And when you just come into the pure feeling of things, right? Not even having to invoke the idea of other entities coming into your reality and thinking that they have to do things for you. Because I see people like that invoke these entity beings in that sense, who believe themselves to be gods, and just start getting all of this stuff that they think they need. And it just becomes a materialistic trap. You don't need that. You don't need other entities. You don't need any other invocations. All you need is God. All you need is the Most High. All you need is that purest love. But especially what you need is the greatest trust and openness and compassion through yourself. And Spirit will speak through you. So again, you will certainly encounter people that again are in the spiritual movements, in the New Age psyops, and basically telling you all these things about how great they are and how they've been sent here from the highest orders to take care of this and to take care of that. Guys, that's a bunch of nonsense. We are all here to do something unique, each with our own unique abilities, okay? Not just that person that is walking around like the crap don't stink, but you as well. You have something to offer. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, right? We have 8 billion humans on this planet, and all 8 billion humans have something very unique and very beautiful to offer. Powerful, unique, authentic, expressive, and something that can assist many others. We all have that. And so it's just getting past this old, dogmatic bandwagon of thinking that a person is better than you and can do more than you and all of this stuff. It's nothing like that at all. When you, again, commit to this, you're opening yourself up, you're loving, you're trusting, you're going to go far. You're going to have incredible abilities that you are now going to notice, and you are going to be able to help others as well too. But even if you can't help others, and even if you can't help yourself, do no harm. Don't sink your claws in to a person, even if they are highly inflated. Just say, you know what? You're right. Thank you for the education. I got to go. And that's you preventing a bridge being burned, and you're doing no harm. And that is going to help you a lot more later on as you continue to go through your own life journey. Okay, so I just wanted to share this because it is something that I've noticed quite a lot, actually I'd say for these last few years, and just putting a particular perspective on it, on completely transcending the idea of these dogmas, of these rituals, of these templates, and coming into something that is truly more pure, authentic, and original to you. And always stay true to your own unique perspectives, your own way of life, who you feel you can become as you open yourself up closer to the Most High.